Hello everyone, welcome back. Severed is here, coming back with part 11 of What If Deku Was the Ghost Rider. Now, where we last left off, Izuku was in the training camp, helping UA to save the student, searching for, Shigaraki, trying to find him, but he wasn't able to find him in the street after asking some villains, so he decided to go to the training camp of UA on the hope of, finding Shigaraki there. But after getting in a fight between him and Dabi and the League of Villains and defeating Muscular and killing him, he has come back to the hideout and told Eri about what's happened to him and everything, as the next day he took Eri into, the ceremony of his mother, as he just watching from far away. After, the Class 1A and, All Might and Eraserhead has left the place, Izuku has getting closer and with Eri as he, start wishing to see his mother again and all of those things. And from behind the guy said, "Well, kid, you're the Ghost Rider, huh?" As Izuku spin around, he see an old man with a hat on his head and white hair and white beard. As Izuku said, "Who are you?" holding his hand in front of Eri, as the guy said, "The real question is, who are you?" As this guy looking like this, as Izuku said, "What do you want from me?" holding his hand in front of Eri, as his eyes start to glow, as Eri behind of his leg saying, "Izuku, is this guy want to take you?" As the old man said, "Don't worry, kid. I'm not here for any problems or troubles. I'm just here to talk." As Izuku said, "I don't have anything to talk with you." As the guy said, "Well, someone like me might be able to tell you a few things about your Ghost Rider." As Izuku said, "What do you know about the Ghost Rider?" As the guy said, "I know lots of things, kid." As he getting his left hand in front of him, as his hand turned into bones with fire, as he continues saying lots of things. As Izuku eyes whiting and said, "You are." As the guy said, "It doesn't matter who I am. Little girl, can I just look at you? Get a good look at you." As Eri looking at Izuku, as Izuku said, "Come on, Eri, let him see you." As she come in front of Izuku, as the guy come on his knees and said, "Hey, what's your name, little lady?" As Eri said, "My name is Eri." As the guy said, "And what's this boy's? And who is this kid?" As Eri said, "This is my big brother, Izuku." As the guy said, "Big brother, huh? Taking care of little girl. I wasn't expecting that from you. Well, girl, look there." As he point on a playground, as he said, "How about you go and play there while I and your big brother have a little bit of, talking." As Eri looking at Izuku said, "Come on, Eri, go and have fun." And after that, Eri said, "Oh, okay, big brother." And after that, Eri leaves. At Izuku looking at the guy said, "What do you want?" As the guy said, "The real question here, kid, it's what do you want? And how did you even become the Ghost Rider?" As Izuku telling him that, "Why should I tell you anything?" As the guy said, "Well, I am the only one that could ever understand you in this world, since we have the same curse. But yours is much more stronger. You can talk with him, huh?" As Izuku eyes watching, saying, how do you know?" As the guy said, "You can talk with Vengeance, right?" As Vengeance said, "This guy, I remember him." As Izuku said, what do you mean you remember him? As the guy said, so, the Ghost Rider remember me, huh? Good thing that you remember me. Well, Vengeance, if you remember me, how about you tell your little kid that not to get afraid out of me? As Vengeance said, Izuku, let him hear what he have to say and tell him what's happened with you. As Izuku said, are you sure? As Vengeance said, I know this guy, but I think it's better for him to tell you who he is instead of me. As Izuku said, fine. And after that, Izuku told him about his story, how he became the Ghost Rider. As the guy said, so you find the book, huh? Damn it, I thought that I burn it and throw it in the deepest part of this world. As Izuku said, well, looks like you didn't because I am here. As the guy said, well then, how about I tell you the story from the start? Come with me, let's walk around, the graveyard while we talking. As Izuku and the old man start walking, the old man start talking with him, telling him, after Johnny Blaze became the Ghost Rider, he was able to defeat the Black Heart. And after that, he challenged Mephisto, telling him that he will gonna defeat him in the future. With Johnny Blaze's help, I was able to get back my curse after losing it. But me and him were able to fight Mephisto in his game and defeated him once and for all, putting an end for him, an end for his son. After that, me and Johnny Blaze have left up the curse from ourselves. But the book had the curse of the Ghost Rider after that. And the book can't go in the wrong hand, because if anyone got his hand on it, this world might get destroyed again. Johnny decided to become the ghost, the caretaker of the book and protect him, the guardian of it, and ask me to put the immortality curse on him so he can live forever and protect the book from everyone. As in the start I refused that, saying that Blaze have a little girl that he want to marry in the future, and if he become mortal, he will never gonna get a normal life. So, after a little bit of fighting there and there with words, I have told Johnny that I am agreeing on that, and he told me alright to read the curse. I read the curse, but instead of putting it on him, I put it on myself. And after that, Johnny tried to scold me for what have I done, but I told him that he have more to live for. I don't have a family or anything. All what I have is this graveyard, so I am the perfect protector for the book. After that, I come to Japan to put the book in a very far place. I got into the forest and buried in a cave underground. I put like a place to, make sure no one get in. But looks like because of how much years has been passed, the place start to collapse there, and you find the secret entrance to the book. Is that right, kid? As Izuku said, do you really did this? As the guy said, yeah, kid, I did this. Now I have a question. Why did you become the Ghost Rider? As Izuku said, I really don't know. It was just an accident. As the guy said, there is nothing as an accident, kid. It's a fate. Getting the curse of the immortality gave me a couple of other abilities. Just like the Ghost Rider, I can smell the sense. But you, kid, you are pure, huh? I trying to smell your soul, but I Just think that you are so pure and you didn't get this power to try to become a villain or something. You was trying to become a hero in the start, huh, kid? As Izuku said, yes. But, as the guy said, the curse of the Ghost Rider force you to kill villains and people that committed sins. Well, kid, I think that you think that I you think that you are a villain, huh? You think that you are a villain, a monster and just a murderer. Is that right? As Izuku looking down, the guy continues saying, "But you are wrong. People like me and like you know that we are doing the right thing, even if it's the bad thing. It's all for the greater good. The Ghost Rider is saving more than he killed, believe it or not. And you, kid, you are pure. So, what are you trying to do right now? What's your goal? Where are you gonna go? And what are you gonna do with that girl?" As Izuku said, "I don't really know. I I just lost my mother and everything. I doesn't have home. I doesn't have anyone to count on. I just don't have anyone. All what's left for me is that girl that I find her in the street and she needed help. She were so innocent, so I took her in and treated her like my little sister." As the guy said, "You are doing such a great job, kid. I saw the look in her eyes. She trusting you so much. Don't let her change that look at you. Well, how about you get her into her house and then we can talk more. And don't worry, I made sure that your mother grave will be so, so, what they call it, so good for her, and to make sure that she will feel comfortable inside of it." As Izuku said, "Thank you." And after that, Izuku go to Eri as he said, "Eri?" As Eri said, "Yes, big brother." As she playing, in the playground, as he said, "It's time to go home." As Eri said, "Really? Can I play more?" As Izuku said, well, you can play more. You know what? Play more. I will just gonna come and talk more with the guy." As Eri said, "Thank you, big brother." And after that, Izuku just come back to the guy. As the guy said, "It's one of two things. One, you are so fast with your traveling ability, kid. Or two, you just go there and come back here." As Izuku said, "Sure, she is playing, so I can talk with you more. I doesn't have anything better to do." As the guy said, "Really? Don't you have a revenge to get?" As Izuku said, "My revenge can wait. I need to know what you're saying." As the guy said, "Well then, let's come with me." As he started getting him even, deep into the graveyard. As Izuku said, "Where are you taking me?" As the guy said, "Well, I'm not taking you here, but let me tell you my name, kid. My name is Carter Slade, kid." And as he whistled with his fingers in his mouth, as he whistles, and after that, from the smoke, a black horse, come in front of Carter Slade, as he said, "And I was the first Ghost Rider." As he got on the horse, and Izuku said, "You were a Ghost Rider before?" As Carter Slade said, "Yeah, and a lots of Ghost Rider has come after me, but I am the last one. Well, at least before you came." As Izuku said, "Where do you want to take me?" As the guy said, Curtle Slade said, "Well, Come after me, kid. Do you have your... As Izuku whistle with his fingers in his mouth, and after that, another his bike come through a portal by his side as he said, "I already have my own ride." As the guy, Curtis Slade said, "Well then," as he got put his, you know, gigs, got on his horse and transformed into the Ghost Rider. And after that, Izuku said, "Can you keep up with me?" As his horse also transformed into like a demonic virgin with the bones and some flesh burned. I did, I did horse, as Izuku said. Well, let's ride. As he got on his bike and start riding with, certain curtain blade Slade, and after that they just going into the desert, very far away out of Japan. And after that, Curter Slade stop as Izuku stopped by his side, and after that he stopped transforming into his Ghost Rider form. As he said, "Well, kid, I think that you should come here." As Izuku de-transform also, as he said, "Why did you get me here?" As the Slade said, "This is the place where I put his dead body in. I wish that you were gonna like it." As Izuku said, "What do you mean?" As Slade's point with his finger said, "Look there, kid." As he point on a grave, as Izuku reading the grave, he see Johnny Blaze. As Izuku said, "Johnny Blaze? Is this?" As the guy said, "Yeah, he was what you think it is. He was the Ghost Rider. At least the last one before you. He done a lots of good things in his life. He didn't transform into the Ghost Rider and make the deal with Mephisto because he want to hurt people or something, or because he was greedy. He done it because he wanted to save his father. And you also do it because for two main reasons. One, you were so idiot. Second, you wanted to save people. Is that right?" As Izuku touching the grave and said, "Yeah, that's what I wanted, but I don't think that is me anymore." As Slade said, "Don't talk like this, kid. You have saved more than you ever imagine. Thanks to Johnny Blaze, I start watching the news, so I saw all what you done and all the people that you saved. How you defeated Rex Lapis and captured Shadow, and also saved the people out of the burning building, and gave the money back into the police after killing the Frostbite. You done a lots of good things, kid. You're no monster. You are a true hero." As Izuku said, "But why did you get me here?" As the Slate said, "Well, I have something that Johnny might want to give it to you if he was here." As the guy go to his horse and take something out, as he throw it to Izuku, as he said, "Catch this, kid." As Izuku looking in his hand, he see a handed shotgun. As he said, "A shotgun? Why did you give me this?" As Slade said, "Well, it was for Johnny before, and it's only for your right to have. I'm not the Ghost Rider. I'm just an old man that he can transform into a flaming skull. That's all what I am. I think living in the, you know, graveyard is much better, is much suitable for me than just running in the night killing villains. So kid, remember, you are a hero, even if the people doesn't believe in that. And get revenge on to your mother. I'm sure she would be proud of you if she would understand. As Izuku holding the shotgun in his hand and engulf it with fire, turn it into, a sadistic version of it, looking like as the shotgun looking like this. And after that, Izuku said, "Thank you. I will make sure that to get a good use out of this." As the old man said, "Well, kid, it's your turn now. If you ever needed anyone to talk to, you will find me in the graveyard. See you soon." As the guy transformed back into his Ghost Rider form and go leave Izuku there. As Izuku right now standing in front of Johnny Blaze's grave, as he said, "Johnny Blaze, huh? How was he?" As Vengeance sighed his mind said, "Well, to be honest with you, he was somehow like you, just jumping into action and don't think so much. But you are quite better than him. He was just jumping there. You were having a plan sometimes." As Izuku said, "Looks like that you didn't like him that much." As Ghost Rider said, "Maybe, maybe." As Izuku holding the gun in his left arm said, "Well, a new weapon. It will be useful." As Ghost Rider said, "Well, how it will be useful? You can literally shoot a blast of, fire out of your arms." As Izuku said, "But, it will be cool to use this." As Ghost Rider said, "Whatever." And after that, Izuku transformed into his Ghost Rider form and go through a portal with his bike, coming back into, you know, the graveyard. As the old man looking at him saying, "Well, we'll meet again, huh? I mean, I was expecting our next meeting to be like about 13 years later, but looks like that you are traveling so fast, huh, kid?" As Izuku said, Wait, how did you do that?" As the guy said, don't underestimate my horse, kid. Maybe he's a bunch of bones and some flesh, but he's so fast. He might be even faster than your little bike." As Izuku said, I can defeat your horse at any day and any time." As the old man said, "Calm down, kid. I'm just an old man. And my horse is also so old, so I think that I can even defeat you." As Izuku said, "Do you want to race?" As the guy said, "Racing with you? Well, if we raced, the people are gonna start noticing that there is two, not only one of us." As Izuku said, "Whatever, I just come here to take my little sister." As the old man said, "Wait, your little sister?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, what about it?" As the old man said, "A girl with the orange hair and green eyes, come and take her away. Your sister wasn't comparing with her. She were actually so happy to see her, so I just let her leave." As Izuku said, "What? You let her leave?" As the old man said, What's wrong, kid? Is that was the person that you want to kill or something?" And Izuku said, "It's not like that. It's just this girl is one of my old classmate." As the guy said, "Huh, your old classmate in your school? That school of UA, huh? Well, sorry, kid. I should have known." As Izuku said, "No, it's not a big deal. I will just gonna go there and take her." As the old man said, "But do you really think this is the good idea, kid? Getting her out of there?" As Izuku said, "I don't really know, but I can't just leave her. She must right now, at least, saying that I will gonna get to her. And as Izuku holding a little, you know, a little coin in his hand, he said, she wished that we will always. She wished she throw this coin inside the fountain and wish that I will never leave her side. So that's what I'm planning to do. As the old man chuckles and said, well, kid, you're really acting like a big brother. Well, if you're wondering, she got that way. As Izuku said, thank you. And after that, Izuku got in his bike, but in his normal form bike, as he said, see you around, old man. As the guy said, see you around, Midoriya. And after that, Izuku got on his, normal looking bike and leave the place. Start riding on his bike, which is looking like this. And after a little bit, he find himself in front of UA. As he said, where are you, Eri? Where are you now? And after that, Izuku got into UA, start getting in a, some kind of stealth mission, as he trying to look through the glass and things like that, as he noticed that are some sort of dorm system in UA. As he said, they build a dorm system? That's understandable after what's happened to the USJ and the attack on the training camp. Well, I'm sure Eri is there. As Izuku go to the dorm system with 1A, and after that, he looking through the windows, he see all class 1A all around Eri, as she laughing and said, yeah, and Big Brother is so good at, using his chains, and after that sometime he even get me this, as she showed them Monokuma, and Kindo said, did he really do that? As Eri said, yeah, he's so good with me and always making me a very tasty food. Well, Alfred actually doing that, as Mina said, who is Alfred? As Eri said, oh, Alfred is the robot that Izuku made. He's always taking care of me and make me some delicious food and sometime play when Izuku is not there, as she just continues saying those things. And after that, Izuku just looking through the window, as Kendo said, so he really taking care of you? As he said, yeah, so much, and I'm waiting for him to come here and take me so we can come back to the house. As Shoto said, where is the, what you call it, a house? As Eri said, well, I don't really know. Izuku normally get me there by a portal, so I don't really know the directions. As Togoyami said, that actually makes sense, because I don't think Midoriya will gonna just come from the front door. As Eri asked Kendo said, Kendo? As Kendo said, yes, Eri? She said, when is my big brother will gonna come and take me? As everyone getting silence, as Kendo said, well, as Bakugo said, that asshole is just an idiot. Don't you know that he is a villain? Looking at, Eri, as Eri said, what? He's not a villain. He's my big brother and he saved me. As Bakugo said, bullshit. He's a villain and he killed a lot of people. 3,569 kill into his name. That if we didn't just put also the name, that if we didn't count the how much place that he destroyed and everything. As Eri said, you're lying. My big brother will never gonna hurt an innocent soul. He always just defeat villains because they are bad. As Baku said, your brother is a villain. He's just using you. Understand? As Eri said, he's not using me. He's my big brother and he will gonna come here. He was always telling me about how bad you are and how what you did to him, and I now understand why he always was talking shit about you. As Kendo said, Sa, Bakugo, see, you made her learn your stupid way of talking. As Bakugo said, whatever. And after that, he leave. As Eri said, my brother is not a bad guy. As she turned a little bit, as Kendo said, sorry, Eri, for Bakugo behavior. As Eri said, he's the bad guy. My brother is a good. As Baku said, what did you said to me? As Toguyami come in front of Kirishima come in front of Baku said, chill down, Bakugo. She's just a girl. She's just a child, so stop acting like this. As Baku getting angry, saying, whatever. And after that, he go into his room. As Kirishima said, sorry for that, Eri. As Eri said, is my brother really bad? As she said, no, he's not bad. That Bakugo is the one that he is bad. My brother always was saving me and even tell me a story before I sleep. He was never gonna hurt me. As Izuku's just watching this from outside, as he said, Airy, my little beautiful sister. So innocent, but so far so strong. I wish that I could at least take you from here without taking some, making the people look at me. But as Eri said, Kendo, you told me that my big brother was gonna come to take me. Where is he? As Kendo said, Eri, Izuku can't come and take you. As Eri said, what? As Kirishima's come and said, Eri, you see, Izuku is a dangerous man. He's not bad, but he's dangerous, and you want to capture him. As Eri said, what? Why do you want to capture my big brother? As after that, Uraka come and said, because he hurts people, Eri. Even if he defeat villains, he should be captured because he's not a hero and he don't have a license to use his quirk. As Eri said, so you also want to take him away from me? As Kendo said, it's not like that, Eri. As Eri stand up and said, it's like that. You just want to take him like the other heroes. Why all of you want to take him away? He's a good guy. He always take care of me and I will never gonna let you take him away. As Uraka said, please come down, Eri. As Eri said, no, I will not gonna come down. You are the bad guys here. As she starts running into the front door, as Kendo said, wait, please, Eri, please. As Izuku looking from the window saying, this is my chance. As she opened the door and get out of there. As Kendo trying to come to catch Eri, as she said, Eri, please. But when Eri just, running in front of her, Izuku catching her and said, hey, Eri, calm down. As Eri feeling Izuku catching her, as she looking up saying, Izuku? Big brother? As she smiled and goes to hug him, as she said, oh brother, I'm sorry for leaving the place. I was thinking that your classmates are nice, but they are just like the others. As Izuku said, calm down, Eri, and please never leave the place that I left you in. Can you never do that? As Eri looking at him, looking down, saying, okay, big brother. And after that, everyone looking out, seeing Izuku, scolding Eri a little bit. As Kendo said, Midoriya? As Izuku said, sorry, I have no time to talk with you. As he immediately opened a portal under his feet and Eri, and get out of there. As Izuku said, well, Eri, what did you learn today? As Eri said, never go with the people that you don't know. As Izuku said, great. That's exactly something that you need to learn. And I will gonna punish you for what you did today. As Eri said, should you really punish me? As Izuku said, yeah, I will just gonna punish you for what you did. You will gonna sleep in you will gonna sleep tonight very early, understand? As Eri said, okay, big brother. And after that, Izuku said, you will gonna sleep very soon because today we will gonna today Alfred will gonna do your favorite meal. As Eri smiled and said, really? As Izuku said, yeah. And after that, she hugging him, and after eating, the food, Izuku got Eri into her room and put her on the bed to sleep, and he go to his room and sleep. And this is where I'm gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what do you think about this part, and what do you think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.